control initialized.
Hey people, 5 Aces here, and the first item on my agenda today will be the map agenda. It just got added recently to the Red Alert Global League map pool, and I wanted to take this chance to talk about it. This is not a Red Alert Global League match, but let that fact not detract you from the map analysis that is about to happen. First, a couple words about our combatants here. We have in the left side, spawning as Spectator 5, the man with the many names. It's AMHOL. It's always AMHOL. Whenever you see a proficient player who you've never heard of before, it's AMHOL, who is now scoring a couple nice crates here, getting some nice dank wheat fireworks going. And his opponent is someone we haven't casted ever at all, I think, despite him being a top dog and an old dog in Red Alert or in OpenRA. It's Kriess. He is, from what I can remember, if I remember correctly, the real-life brother of Materia, who have casted, well, ages back, because he's not that active anymore, but they both still play occasionally, and they're both still forced to be reckoned with. So AMHOL is gonna, like, have to put his big boy pants on to tackle Kriess here. And yeah, now about the map. Couple of words about it. Agenda comes from the Latin word to act, agere, which is to act. Yeah, and you have to act fast indeed, because there are 8 oils up for the grabs. This looks a bit like Norway, lots of snow and big cash bouts from the oils. Yeah, some Norway style map here. We have 8 oils, 2 in the corners for each, and 4 up for congestion in the middle. So whoever wins the first couple engagements and whoever plays more aggressively is gonna take the game in 99% of the cases. We have a War Factory opener for both, and we have different tech routes here, or different unit compositions at least. We have a light tank for Kriess, which can be outmaneuvered by the ranger. Oh, and yeah, that's what rangers are so good at, just being mobile, being a pain in the ass, and getting snipes everywhere, left, right, and center. The ranger. Oh, that's a misrallied ore truck from Kriess. Bit of a bummer here. And he lost his engineer as well. The engineer for AMHOL got sniped too, but there is another one. And it's going backwards for some reason. Oh, is there a... No, there's not a not a misused rally point, so I'm really curious what this is all about. Anyway, the early game is firmly in Kriess' grasp here, and he's going for the nice 1-2 punch. I really love this unit composition. You have a ranger for scouting, mobility, and infantry snipes, especially on those pesky rocket soldiers. And then you have got the light tank, which, by the way, is exhibiting a nice bug. Oh, beautiful micro. Gets in, Kriess just swooping in, taking out the ranger, effectively blinding the infantry of AMHOL, and therefore securing another small victory for himself. The light tank, by the way, was just displaying a nice little bug. So it was still, the turret was still primed on the enemy ranger of AMHOL. So it was still facing towards the ranger, and there was, whenever you look at the turret and you see the way it's moving, you can actually like infer where the ranger of your opponent is going. So it's a small little bug. Does usually not impact games all that much, but it's still in the game. Other than that, this map is really eco-heavy. Okay, Kriess upping the ante here with the chat. If you can turn this around, I'll eat my shoe. Alright, buddy. Well, he feels confident, that's for sure. Why is that on hold fire? Now we've got the light tank versus light tank. Pew. There we go. A lot of infantry here. And AMHOL just kind of pushing back, but he doesn't have the line of sight that Kriess has with his ranger. So much utility from that vehicle. Always build a ranger if you're allies. Oh, it's by the way a Brit mirror, which I failed to mention, but because it's just not that important. It's mostly nowadays in competitive play you see allies. Oh, and here we're gonna have the base wars. There's gonna be a... Oh, wow. There's gonna be a collapse from Kriess' infantry, which is now pulling back, still retaining the medium tank. He should go for a couple pillboxes here. Oh, that's a turret. Turret versus turret wars. But still a nice flank from the infantry, so I think Kriess is gonna take this. He's eventually gonna push through here. There's a flank. Dank ranger flank, but not worth it. And turret versus turret micro. Always just... It's a skill matchup. Depends on whether or not you're focusing the right units. There goes probably the ore refinery. Everything getting getting shredded here. Yeah, that's it. AMHOL has to pull back. Big loss for AMHOL. And if Kriess micros this with the light tank, he can get in there. He can go deep and he can actually snipe the Conyard, prevent it from deploying. There goes an engineer as well. Wow. That was an engie. Huh. Interesting. Oh, instead the MCV gets some more time to poop out another pillbox. Really annoying. But in the grand scheme of things, there are so many riflemen that it hardly even matters. Medium tank transition for both. Plus lots of infantry support. And that's smart. Kriess has moved his infantry out of the pillbox range and is fighting on even terms here. You see this? He is pulled out of the pillbox range, so he's now fighting on even terms. That's always some good micro. Retaining the light tank from the early game. Beautiful. Well, his mediums got sniped. That's okay though. He can like lock down the middle, and he's gonna feel confident in this game right now. Still though, AMHOL has retained his construction yard. So if he somehow manages to make this work... Oh no! Book it! That's not where you want to be, MCV. And he's gotten the back ore, so AMHOL is gonna be fine for himself, like at least for the time being. The oil derricks being tackled here. Yeah, Kriess just recently pulled ahead because AMHOL is mined out. And that's a beautiful formation, wow! Lots of value here for AMHOL, who has also got 5 medium tanks, a 6 stack now. A 6 stack of medium tanks can definitely deal with pretty much anything. And we've got a lot of vetted up infantry. That's a company of heroes right there. Wow, vet 3 on pretty much all of these guys, except the rocket soldiers, because they had nothing to shoot yet. I love mixing in a medic or two. Really good call. Kriess, seeing that the army is out of position, is going for the throat, but he doesn't have the punch. He needs to pack more punch, needs more rocket soldiers. And beautiful target micro by AMHOL. Sniping all the rocket soldiers out of the equation. And eventually just holding with one pillbox in the camo pill. And here we have a push onto the... Oh, that's gonna be so bad. Kriess is pretty undefended here. And he's opting for mass turrets. Now, turrets are not really good, like, because they die to mass infantry and they hardly do any damage there. Yeah, pillbox is more like it. Pillboxes are infantry shredders, and infantry are what dishes out the damage in this game. Still though, a 6 stack of medium tanks can trade nicely here. AMHOL can get a little bit of value, more bang for his buck. I'd say that was a worthwhile trade because he sniped the service depot. There is another expansion out for Kriess. He's on triple expansion for now. That looks starting to look like Omnom, but he hasn't teched yet. So if I were in his position, in his shoes, I would have gone for a Radar Dome a long time ago. Because what we're seeing here is the player who's been behind all game out-teching the other player. Oh no! He has split the army like the Red Sea, like Moses split the Red Sea here. Plus helicopters. The first Hinds are out, they can get so much done here. This is bad. Kriess should pull back. Realize that he can't hold here. Relocate the MCV. That's what? 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Now it's down to 8. Anyway, 8 medium tanks. That's a number. That's quite a number, guys. More and more turrets popping up. Turrets are expensive. 800. That's almost as much as a medium tank, but it doesn't provide you with as much mobility. For obvious reasons, I hope. Mass barracks for Kriess. This seems to be the go-to playstyle. Still, Kriess nicely holding the middle. He's gonna feel good about himself here. All he needs to do is tech up. He needs a Radar Dome stat. Like, medium tank blobs without infantry support are not that scary. It just means that you have to build a couple of rocket soldiers. They trade so cost effectively. Oh, the MCV gets away on a sliver of health. And no sir, Kriess doesn't have the balls to chase here. He doesn't know what awaits him in the base. Actually, it would have been fairly okay. I heard Tanya. Oh wow, that's quite the cue. And AMHOL doing the smart thing. In case you guys didn't know, your service depot can also get a rally point. So if you want your repair tanks to move out to a rally point, just right click. Oh, three Hinds targeting the construction yard, which is now redeploying. And Tanya's in the mix. Tanya sniping everything. She still gets taken out though. But that should be a decisive win. Or is it? Maybe not, that's only rifle infantry. There are no rocket soldiers as of the time being. Good scatter command. And that's AMHOL reclaiming the ore here on his expansion. Lots of wounded medium tanks, lots of wrecks. I would love to see some mechanics at this point. Yeah, that's really what Kriess needed, more infantry support. He's been playing so tank-centric. And finally a radar dome. He needs to go mass helipads right now, or he's gonna get... Well, Heinz scaled pretty well. If you can retain them, if you can keep them alive, then Heinz are a really, really good investment. And AMHOL has managed to make it work at least for a bit, and he's also got a tech center, like the cheeky, breaky tech center. If you're behind, go tech. That's what I would do. Always ask yourself in your game style, guys. Always ask yourself, what would I do? So you can never go wrong like that. And I really like AMHOL's unit composition. He's not overcommitting. Like, I see many people overcommitting to artillery pieces, and then getting torn apart by like Heinz, stuff like that. Instead, he just goes for 2 artillery pieces. Really, really good, really smart. Kriess trying to punch through multiple fronts. By the way, you saw how AMHOL moved back the harvesters. That was really nice. There's Tanya, she's back in the mix. And no helicopters yet. Oh, plus this is food. Snack food for the Heinz. Tanya just going into tanking two turrets. Going into the turret fire. Not giving a care in the world. Wow. Yo, is this a comeback? Is this AMHOL actually prevailing? Like Kriess? AMHOL is critical mass here. Kriess can't hold. He has to move out of the middle. He's still got the... Oh, he never took the back ore. So here's a big problem. Kriess is actually gonna be behind in the econ graph. There's also a nuke out for AMHOL. It's looking dire for Kriess. He fell behind here. The lifetime earnings would... they're completely even. So despite AMHOL being locked out of the middle, he just took his chance here and took a backwards expansion, which was really smart. And Kriess just didn't have this on the radar. Seems like, yeah, on the figuratively and literally, because he went for radar tech like 12 minutes deep or 10 minutes deep. Still too late, especially if your opponent goes for early radar. Oh, and that's a Conyard snipe if I ever saw one. 5 Heinz primed, locked, and loaded. That's it. Good fight, good night. Yes, AMHOL losing a couple of war trucks here. But Tanya's in the mix. There's a turret. And the turret is not gonna withstand the tide here. So I wouldn't say Kriess is dead, but he's on life support. And the curve is flatlining if you're catching my drift here. Yeah, not looking hot anymore. Kriess trying to... Oh, he almost could have sniped the MCV. But instead he tries to react to this army push topside. What I don't like here is, like, his Heinz have been idle. He's managed to squeeze out 5 Heinz and they've been completely idle. There are 4 artillery pieces, and that's what I was talking about. He doesn't have medium tanks. That's an overcommitment. And now there's gonna be 5 Heinz, or... Wow, 5 Heinz versus 5 Heinz. No, 6 versus 5. And Tanya's making all the difference. The infantry blob just gaining so much veterancy. Tanya sniping infantry left, right, and center. And here, the Heinz of AMHOL have found the flank. Let's go into his line of sight. He has found the flank onto the artillery. And that's what I was talking about, the overcommitment of Kriess. He mass-produced artillery pieces in a panic reaction, and it was the wrong call. Tanya still going strong. Also, I don't like how he's building too many turrets. The radar dome is down by Kriess. Yeah, he forgot about the ore field, that's true. Oh, friendly fire killing Tanya. Was that a... No, was not a fake Conyard. Why did that... Oh, yeah, okay. So Tanya managed to attach the C4 to the Conyard just before dying. Just didn't give a cash bounty. And there is too much mass here. Kriess. Bon appetit, Kriess. You'll have to eat a shoe right now. Right here, right now. Let's do it. Anyway, this is a nice showcase match. Thanks to the players for sending me this. I've had agenda on my agenda for quite a while now. So, what can we say about this? Really, really big econ map. Really blob heavy, really blob friendly. You have to go aggressive early on, secure those expansions, lock down the middle, which Kriess did nicely, but he kind of missed his window for attack timing. Excuse me, I still have a cold. Also, nice capping action from AMHOL, from Spectator 5, as he calls himself nowadays. He has managed to sneak in some backdoor caps onto the oils of Kriess. Good stuff here. There's a hospital as well, but no one bothers taking the hospital. It's just so useless right now. It hopefully is going to get a buff to the rate of healing it gives to infantry. But then again, infantry blocks might just scale too well when the hospital is buffed. Good stuff here. And big econ map. Keep a lookout for this map popping up on in Red Alert Global League. It's been one of those love or hate maps, and it has come out of left field basically. Yep, that's it for now. Well played for both Kriess and AMHOL. Enjoyable to cast, a bit short, but the next week is gonna have a double feature, so that's gonna make up for it. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. 5 Aces out.
Battle control terminated.